Thousands of years ago, a man shared one final meal with his closest followers. On the table sat a simple cup, one that would become the most mysterious object in history, the Holy Grail. According to ancient accounts, a faithful man took the cup and hid it, far from greed, far from war. For centuries, it's been said the Grail still exists, locked away, or guarded in silence. From medieval castles to modern-day cathedrals, knights rode, kings ordered, and scientists explored. But the question still echoes through time. Did anyone ever truly find the Holy Grail? Or is it just a myth? In a quiet upper room in ancient Jerusalem, a man and his 12 companions shared a final meal. The air was heavy, filled with the scent of bread, oil, and anticipation. No one knew it was the beginning of a story that would echo for centuries. One of them lifted a plain cup and passed it around. This act, simple yet symbolic, would later spark countless myths. They weren't just eating. They were sharing trust, fear, and farewell. He spoke of betrayal, of sacrifice, and a coming storm. Yet the cup remained untouched by the chaos that would follow. It wasn't gold, but held more value than any crown. Later that night, one would flee, one would betray, but the cup would outlast them all. It would become more than memory. It would become a mystery. Over time, stories grew like vines around the object. Was it hidden, taken, or simply lost to time? That final supper marked the beginning of the Grail's legend. After the crucifixion, chaos ruled the streets of Jerusalem. Among the silence stood one man, Joseph of Arimathea, a quiet follower. He asked for the body, and with it, took something more. He believed the cup had witnessed something divine. Not because of gold, but because of its story. He knew it had to be hidden from power. He traveled alone, avoiding eyes that asked too much. Some say he crossed deserts, some say the sea, but the cup never left his side. Legends claim he reached distant lands. There, he placed the cup in sacred ground, that he never returned, and neither did the Grail. Centuries passed, and Joseph became a myth, but whispers of the cup survived in every corner. Some say it was a burial gift, others say a test. Far from the deserts of Jerusalem, new lands began to whisper. Europe, in its medieval age, found fascination in the unknown. Monks, kings, and knights spoke of a cup lost to time. By the 12th century, a new tale emerged in France that a poet wrote of a knight chasing a sacred object. The cup became more than memory. It became prophecy. The Arthurian legends embraced the Grail's power. Knights were no longer after glory, but redemption. Finding the cup meant touching the divine. From England to Germany, the myth evolved. Each region claimed a clue, a sign, a relic. The Grail became a mirror, showing what men believed. Was it ever real, or just a test of the soul? The question burned through every crusade, every book, and still today, it whispers from library shelves. Long after the legend spread, real claims began to surface in Spain, deep within the Valencia Cathedral. One relic stands out, a simple, dark red chalice, aged, revered, and quietly displayed. This chalice has been dated to the 1st century BC, made of agate stone, with golden arms added centuries later. Scholars call it the Holy Chalice of Valencia. Some believe it was brought from Jerusalem to Rome, then Spain, hidden during persecution, protected through generations. That it never left sacred hands. But it isn't the only claim in Europe. Other cups lie in churches, caves, private vaults, each tied to legend. None confirmed that this the real Grail, or just another sacred cup. Truth feels close, but just out of reach. The world still asks, what are we really chasing? For centuries, the church remained silent on the Grail. Some say silence was protection, not denial. Others believe it was power, kept in shadows, not light. The Knights Templar were more than warriors. They guarded relics, moved them, hid them. Whispers say the Grail was once under their watch. Freemasons, secret orders, and old monasteries kept records, symbols, drawings, maps, all leading to something sacred. But they shared only fragments, never the whole. The church knew belief was more powerful than proof that if they had the Grail, they would never display it. Not everything sacred is meant to be seen. Oh, what's the truth? Maybe it's not one cup, but many meanings. Maybe the Grail was never about an object at all, that it was about sacrifice, search, and the soul's hunger.